Marshall Fire survivors have described the rebuilding process as being like a full-time job on top of their full-time job. Then on top of that, the trauma and loss that often surfaces around the holidays, the time when the fire happened. Here's Jennifer Meckles.
So we're coming up to the holidays, which is really the same time as the 2-year event.
Inside the Marshall Fire Recovery Center, recovery can feel different every day. Katie Reynolds handles crisis counseling and outreach for a group called Marshall Restoring Our Community, or Marshall ROC, directing fire survivors to how they can best take care of themselves.
For a lot of people, there's a noticeable difference in other people that are able to build and are further along in their build, and so now it's more of a visual representation of how far behind they are.
Most families have not moved back home yet. Many will soon lose the insurance help covering their temporary living expenses. Even those who have moved back are struggling.
Getting back into their home is the time that people are realizing that it's not their home, and they have more time to think about that. They are not as distracted like they've been the past 2 years, and that's really put a hold on a lot of people's emotional process.
Holidays, I think, are hard for many folks, but especially when you're remembering the anniversary of the day that you lost your home, your memories,
Jewish Family Service, a Marshall ROC partner in this effort, says more than 1,000 people have registered for the Boulder County Crisis Counseling Program. New registrations continue every single month.
It's high winds that day, or a snowstorm, or a fire burning somewhere else. I think that all of those triggers, bring on emotions, and they bring on past trauma.
A home rebuilt has an official date of completion, but for the survivors,
it's been a long haul for a lot of these folks, and it's for some there's no end in the near future.
Rebuilding their lives, that's an ongoing process.
A lot of these families' insurance-provided living expenses will expire right at the 2-year fire mark, even though they're nowhere close to getting back home. The Division of Insurance in Colorado has asked companies to extend those again, not for the first time. We're told that's more likely to happen for folks, Kyle, who already have a firm construction timeline and an end date. So many people still don't have that.
And you think about it, Jenny, so much time has gone by. People are inevitably going to have big, difficult things that happen in their lives. And for these folks, it just compounds the issue that they already have, which is that they are displaced from their homes and dealing with the trauma of the fire.
Right. It's so time consuming. There's so much energy poured into this rebuilding process. And yet life moves on. The world keeps moving on. And nobody's forgotten about the Marshall Fire, Kyle, but these folks are still living very much in it every day.
Jenny Meckles, thank you.